You're welcome to another episode of Kids and Mom. My name is Yeli and I am going to be your host for today. On today's show, we promise that we are going to entertain you, educate you, inform you, and give you so many amazing and useful tips. So don't go anywhere because we will be right back for more on Kids and Mom. Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Welcome back to the show. Right now, we're going to speak with an amazing woman. Her name is Oleander Yuba. She is a Diction, public speaking, and social polish coach. She is trained by the TFL Academy Dublin in Ireland to teach English in all countries in the world. In addition to that, she is a seasoned phonics instructor certified by Jolly Learning Limited in the UK. She has other numerous certifications from institutions, both local and international. Oleander is the founder of the Literacy Sphere Education Services and the lead coach at the Literacy Sphere Diction Academy. She is also the founder of the Distinct Kids Club, where she transforms children into highly eloquent speakers. She is a member of the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, as well as the Association of Diction Coaches of Nigeria. She has helped thousands of adults and children around the world blossom into eloquent and confident and polished speakers. When she's not teaching, she's reading, writing, watching the news, or having a good time with family and friends. You're welcome to the show, Oleander. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
Wonderful. Now, we know that you're a diction and a social polish coach. So let's talk about this for children, okay? What is diction?
Thank you for that question. Diction is the degree of clarity of word choice and language. Now, I would want to give a definition by the Oxford Dictionary as well as the Cambridge Dictionary. Look at the definition. Simple. It says diction is the way that someone pronounces words.
Okay.
Now, if you would permit me, I would want to say what diction is not, and then I'll come back to what diction is.
Fantastic.
Good. So now, when most people hear diction, for instance, when parents hear diction, maybe a school wants to introduce diction to the children in the school, the parents, what comes to their mind, what rings in their head is, you want to teach my child to begin to speak like the whites? You want my child to begin to twist the tongue and speak through the nose? You want my child to acquire an accent? No. Diction has absolutely nothing to do with any of those.
Okay.
So like the definition tells us, diction has to do with correct pronunciation of words in a particular language.
Okay.
It might interest you to know that we have diction for different languages. Even our native languages. We have Yoruba diction,
That's right.
Igbo diction, French diction, and now for the purpose of this discussion, we're going to talk about English diction.
Okay.
So now, what is English diction? It simply refers to the way words are pronounced in the English language. So in teaching children English diction or teaching children diction in English, we concentrate on teaching them the correct pronunciation of words.
Okay.
The English language is such that the pronunciation of a word does not depend on the spelling.
Okay.
Yes. So the spelling of a word is not a true guide to its correct pronunciation. So in order to get a correct pronunciation of an English word, you have to depend on the sounds.
Okay.
And the English language has as much as 44 sounds. So in teaching diction, we help children appreciate the usefulness of sounds. Now, let me help you understand how sounds work.
Okay.
If you say the word seat to a native speaker is someone who has English as his first language, like the whites,
Yes.
the British, the Americans, the Australians, Canadians, and the others. They're the native speakers, those who have English as their first language. Now, if you say seat to the native speaker, what comes to mind is the chair.
Yes.
But when you say sit, that's the action now, sit down. But what do you hear most often? Sit down. That's what we say. Sit. So, but when you say that, you actually mean something else. So that's what happens when you misuse your sounds. The meaning of your word is lost, or it simply becomes something else. So in diction, we help children to get to know the sounds so that they can pronounce words correctly. We also do a lot more. We help them appreciate intonation and stress in English. English is a stressed language.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is when you have an English word that's more than one syllable, when I say syllable, I mean the parts of the beaten words. For instance, table, 2 syllables. Good. So when you have a word with more than one syllable in English, the rule is that you stress just one syllable and let the other one bow. So for instance, table, that's the pronunciation, but how do many people pronounce it? Table. So they stress all parts of the word. That's what we do. Important. That's what we do here. And so in diction or elocution, that's another way to describe it. In elocution, we teach children how to pronounce words, placing the stress in the right part. Good. We also teach them correct intonation and teach them the sounds. There's a lot that go into teaching diction to children.
So let me ask you, what is the effect of diction on public speaking?
That's a great question. Thank you so much. I want to begin by making a powerful statement. Eloquence breeds confidence.
Could you say that again?
Yes. Eloquence breeds confidence. And you would agree with me that in public speaking, confidence is a very important quality. Confidence is key. So in order to make impressive speeches and presentations, you need confidence. Now, what diction does for you is it helps boost your confidence, because when you have attained eloquence, and by eloquence I mean being able to use language correctly and express your opinions clearly. Diction has a lot to do with clarity. So diction helps you attain eloquence. And when you have become eloquent, you become more comfortable starting conversations because you know you sound appealing. Now, I don't know if it has happened to you. Maybe you're in a place, maybe a banquet hall or somewhere, and someone walks in and the person speaks and the person has impeccable dictions. The person speaks well. What do you notice?
Everyone looks.
Heads turn. And even the ones who don't want to turn, they would still glance. They want to know, who's that? Ooh, she speaks so well. Now, when children are helped to attain eloquence, what it does is they want to start conversations. They want to go out there, air their opinions, air their views. They become more comfortable, they become more confident, and so they become better speakers. They're able to make impressive presentations and they sound appealing to their hearers.
That's fantastic. That is so beautiful. Now, one of the things that I know that you are is a social polish coach. Now, for the benefit of those that have never heard this before, could you define what social polish means?
Great. Social polish simply refers to refinement in speech and behavior in a social setting or in the presence of others. Good. So a word that most people will be able to relate to, which is also related to social polish, is etiquette. That's the one most people know. So they are intertwined, they're interrelated. So I'll talk about etiquette now. And I like this definition by the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. It says that social polish or etiquette refers to conduct or procedure required by good breeding or prescribed by authority to be observed in social or official life. I'm going by the first part. Conduct or procedure required by good breeding. Now, when we hear good breeding, what comes to mind? Home training. That's what people call it. But now, not just home training now, school training, whoever is in charge of the child's well-being, whoever the guardian is, must ensure that this child displays those good conduct, good manners required in a social setting or in relationship with others. So social polish helps to impart those good manners in children so that when around others, they behave in a cultured, civil or civilized and polite manner. You know, the Bible says, there's a proverb in the Bible that says, A child let on the loose brings his mother shame.
That's true.
No one wants a child who brings shame to them. So in teaching social polish, we help children acquire good habits.
Okay.
We help them speak politely. We help them behave in a civilized manner so that others will be comfortable around them.
Okay.
And their parents will be proud of them.
Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram.
My name is Ojo David Orelua. I am 5 years old. I like jogging and playing. Sometimes I like to be drawing wonderful things and I used to get it. My name is David. Thank you for watching Kids and Mom.
Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. I want to ask you this question. Do we have social polish attributed to different sexes, or do we have them generic to both boys and girls?
Oh, nice question. You know that before now, we have some behaviors attributed to boys alone.
Yes.
Okay, for instance, you hear, if you're coming into a place, you open the door, hold the door for the lady to come
in first.
But
yes.
now, the thing is, whoever you are, whether a male or female, hold the door for the next person. Okay? So what I do is to teach etiquette and social polish as it applies to everyone, not just a particular gender. All right? So I teach social polish applying to children generally. And if you would permit me, I would want to share some.
Okay.
Okay. So we have etiquette for different occasions now. Okay. We have social etiquette. We have eating or dining etiquette. We have meeting etiquette. This might not apply to children. My children do Zoom meetings now.
Exactly.
We have corporate or workplace etiquette. We have business etiquette. We even have bathroom etiquette. Yes, we have so many kinds of etiquette. So now what I have done is to make a list of so many different behaviors expected from children.
Okay.
All right, so let me go ahead to mention some of them.
Sure.
Good. First, children are expected to speak and act politely at all times.
Okay.
So that means they must learn to use polite words like please,
may I,
and thank you, may I. They're expected to ask permission before doing or taking anything that's not given to them.
Okay.
That's extremely important. And then children are also taught to learn to apologize, to be quick to apologize. You would believe with me, you would agree with me that children don't like to apologize.
At all.
You see, children as young as 1 year and 2 years.
They'll say no.
No. You say sorry? No. So what we do is to help children learn to apologize from infancy. So we help to inculcate it in them. They should form the culture and habit of apologizing. That's a great form of etiquette. Then we also have attaching titles.
Okay.
You don't refer to an adult by their names. That can happen in the Western world. In our African setting, it's not allowed. It's a no-no. So we tell children use the titles. Mrs. this, Mr. or Ms. For a lady who you're not sure is married or not. You know, you can use Ms.
Yes.
For a lady, it's spelled M-S.
Yes.
Pronounced Ms. And then you have M-I-S-S for a lady who's not married. Okay?
Yes.
So we teach children to attach titles to names. Now we also have to greet properly according to the local customs.
Okay.
Good. So abroad you can have a child saying, hello, hi. You don't do that to an adult here. You say, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. So we do that in the children's club. We help them to learn to greet correctly at all times. And then you have knock on the door and wait to be invited in before opening the door or entering. You also have asking people how they're doing. When you ask children, how are you? The tendency is fine, and they walk away. So we teach children, no, show some empathy. Okay? When someone asks you, how are you? Ask them to respond, and you respond, I'm very well, thank you. And you? So that teaches them empathy. That teaches them to think about others and to be polite at all times.
Okay.
If you would permit me, I have outlined some etiquette for dining and telephone. That's the last one I want to talk about.
Okay.
So we have do not talk while eating, very important. We have wait for others. So if you've been invited, I'm talking about children now, it applies to adults as well. If you've been invited to a table or to a meal, you don't begin to eat when others have not started. So you wait for the others to start. And then we have use the word pass. So do not reach out to grab things from the table. You need the water. You don't say, oh, no. You say, pass the water, please. Pass the salt. So we'll teach the children all of that. And now coming to telephone etiquette, I have two major ones. If you are not the one who initiated a call, you're not the one who placed the call, please do not end it. So yes, it applies to both children and adults. If someone makes a call, calls you, and you've finished talking, please allow the person to end the call. Yes,
That's interesting.
The telephone etiquette.
That's a very good thing to do.
Exactly. So you don't cut. It's rude to cut the call on someone when you didn't make the call. And then you have, when you place a call, introduce yourself and ask to speak to the other person. So you don't say, is that Mrs. No, you say, I am Oleander. May I speak to Mrs. Adetola, please? So you ask politely to speak to the person on the other line.
Okay.
Yes, so those are great telephone etiquette for children and adults as well.
That's amazing. Now, we understand that children love to have fun and they love to learn in a place where it is conducive for them to have fun. Are there fun ways to learn about social polish?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know, we try to cater to different kinds of learners. You have the auditory, the visual, the kinesthetic. Yes, so we have different fun activities for children.
Okay.
We have role play. We have children enact sections where they learn a particular kind of etiquette. For instance, we want to teach children eating or dining etiquette. We have to bring plates, we have the forks, we have the different cutlery sets for the children, and then we have them practicalize it.
Okay.
Good. So it's fun for them. They love to do it. We even bring food sometimes. We have them demonstrate how to use the cutlery. Use a small fork for this, the big one for this, how to place a napkin on your lap and or whatnot. So we have role play. We also have videos.
Okay.
For instance, in my club, we send children videos to watch, videos on etiquette, and in that video, or in those videos, you have children teaching good manners.
Okay.
And you know, peer-to-peer teaching is great. Children learn better from their mates.
Yes.
And so it's fun for them. They're learning, they're playing. It's so much fun. And then we have books on good manners.
Fantastic.
Age-appropriate books for children.
I've really learned a lot of things today. But one of the last things I would like you to do on the show today is to please give an advice to parents and children watching. So what advice would you give to them about, diction and social polish?
I was waiting for this part. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So for our viewers there, for our parents and children, let me begin with the children. You have a great opportunity. The privilege you enjoy, most of us as adults did not have it when we were children. When I was in secondary school, I had an English teacher who didn't understand oral English. And how would you expect me and the other children to understand it? So I never got a hang of oral English until I grew up. Until a few years ago when I took a course in elocution. And this applies to a lot of other adults. But now you see in schools, children are exposed to oral or spoken English in their schools at a very young age. You have diction instructors coming to schools, teaching children how to pronounce English words correctly, and this opens up a lot of opportunities for them. You have children learning to become speakers even from a young age. For instance, in my Distinct Kids Club, we have children who make great speeches, who are quite confident in spoken English. So children, please take advantage of all of this. In your school, in whatever clubs your parents enroll you in, please immerse yourself into all of this and take advantage of it. And for you parents, the best role model your child can have is you. So please model the correct thing for them, both in pronunciation or speaking and in behavior. So you don't tell your child not to chew gum in the presence of people or while talking, and you do it. And then you don't tell your child to say thank you, or you don't expect your child to say thank you when you yourself are saying thank you. You don't expect your child to say I think when you yourself is saying I think. So you see, model the right behavior, model the right pronunciation, model the right way of speaking to your children, and you'll see they'll take it and run with it. And please do this from infancy. Don't say your children are too young to learn. No, children are like, their brain is like a sponge. It absorbs and absorbs and absorbs. So please expose them to as many of these things as possible. Teach them the right way to speak from infancy, and they will grow up to make you proud.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm sure everyone out there can attest to it that we learned so much from you today. And to show our appreciation for you for coming, I'm actually trying to speak like if you noticed. We want to give you this beautiful throw pillow from Kids and Mom to say thank you for coming on the show. And we hope you come back again and again.
I wasn't expecting anything. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate this. Ooh, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Okay, that was a beautiful talk, wasn't it? But don't go anywhere because we are not done yet. We have so much more for you right here on Kids and Mom. Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. We've come to the end of the show. Thank you for staying with us from beginning to the end. Thank you for allowing us on your screen. We'll be back again, same station, same time. But until then, from every one of us here at the Kids and Mom studio, it's God bless and see you soon.